Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and greetings to all judges, lecturers, and my fellow friends. I am SITI BAIDURI BT NOORHADI from 2PISMP Pi 6. I will deliver a public speaking entitled An Invitation to Reimagine the Future. Who'd have thought it will take the global pandemic and economic crisis to see how we can reimagine our future on the planet. COVID-19 has swept through the world like tsunami wave. It has showed no discrimination infecting peoples regardless of religion, class or wealth, ignoring national borders, demanding attention and sweeping aside any attempts to deliver business as usual. The ugly side of human selfishness was exposed as people stockpiled perceived necessities at the expense of others, ignoring requests to stay at home and refusing social distancing. Yet, it has also shined a light on the strength of our community as thousands have volunteered to help out, and a wave of applause has rippled up and down the country in appreciation of our key workers. These are the real heroes who place themselves in danger every day, providing vital services, fighting the virus, and caring the vulnerable and sick. We have seen companies putting aside their competitive focus and profit-making activities as they transform products and services to overcome shortage in equipment and facilities. We have seen families spending more time together. We have seen a renewed discovery of the value of nature and the outdoors as people find they have more time on their hands. We have seen people walking where once they would have used cars or buses. We have seen people growing their own vegetables, making their own bread and buying product from local shops and farms. Ladies and gentlemen, the economic cycle is broken or at least disrupted for a while. Our usual way of being has changed irreversibly and forever. Maybe for the better. A search for different answers has begun and a new kind of normal has quickly taken shape. Our liability could become our opportunity. As we know, necessity is the mother of invention. As the old ways to doing things have broken down under the pressure of a global crisis, we become mindful of a new ways of doing things breaking through. Other than that, working in the virtual space saves more money and it may also save the planet, right? As the daily busyness has come, we have had time to stop and think. We can reflect on some of the positive we have experienced as well as the limitations. We can start to reimagine our collective future where our changed behaviors will allow us to live more in balance with nature than before. Cleaner air under newly created no-fly zones are prompting conversation about the possibilities of reducing costly business travel whilst cutting atmospheric pollutants. Dramatic reductions in harmful gases typically created from petrol and diesel vehicles are producing healthier environments in inner cities. Even the canals of Venice are running cleaner with fishing returning to them as a result of the lockdown. As industrial activity falls, it results in a dramatic reduction in greenhouse gases released into the atmosphere. The Center for Research on Energy and Clean Air in Finland recorded a 25% drop in China's carbon dioxide emissions over the 4 weeks beginning in late January, compared to the same time last year. Besides that, companies, governments, and communities have become more sensitive to other threats and that face humanity. They are much better informed and experience to take action. Dialogue is taking place around how a social crisis has created whole-scale change in behavior and how this new model could also be applied to the climate crisis. A new agenda for change is emerging, gaining traction, and is raising questions that will not go away. Some companies are close to collapse. Their business models are revealed as unsustainable. They rely on outdated single-service activity that is early exposed and disrupted. All this creates fertile ground for commerce-led sustainable innovation that transform business models and behaviors. The world needs leadership that embrace a new way of thinking and a new way of working. Leadership that liberates brilliance and harnesses that brilliance to drive change and transformation to build restorative environmental practices. We can now join up the dots. We can see the bigger picture rapidly forming before our eyes. Our experience of dealing with this COVID-19 is teaching us much. It is our duty to apply this lesson to respond to what is probably the biggest crisis we will ever face, the climate crisis. Our approach to dealing with COVID-19 could transform the way we behave in the future. That's all from me. Thank you. Hope to see you again. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.